Let me out of here, you guys who don't know how to park. All right. Wow, what a busy night I had. I was busy. I went to the Western Communities 3 times, and I went to the Peninsula once. Oh, this is the second time to the Peninsula. The first time to the Peninsula, I took this blind woman to Sydney, where she lives. And then I figured, oh, well, it's about 10 o'clock. I guess I'll take a look at the ferries. And sure enough, there were, I guess it was 9 o'clock. No, 10 o'clock. So I went to the ferries, and the next ferry was delayed, so it came in at 11 o'clock. So I had a break. I hadn't had a break until that time when I was sitting at the ferries waiting. And I was 7th in line at the ferries. And still, I got a fare from there that went down to James Bay. It was a $74 fare, and I think she tipped me $15, something like that. It was insane. And on the way up, it was a Handy Dart for the blind lady. So Handy Dart is basically a service that usually they have these minibuses for the handicapped, but sometimes they call taxis when they don't have any minibuses available, or when all their drivers are off, like on a Sunday morning or Sunday night. So I just counted the money. I have 565 on, and the time is now 4:48. I have just another hour to go. $565, of which most of it is mine. The part that's not mine is the $85 or so. It will cost to lease the car, and $35 or so for the fuel. So $120 of that 565 is not mine. Okay, well then I got to pay the GST on it, and then there's income tax. Well, whatever, you know. So start to the week, a busy one. I did get 2 breaks. I got 1 break while waiting for the ferry, and I got another break while waiting for a call for an hour at one point. I think it was between 2 and 3 o'clock. I had a break for an hour. Get this thing to focus again. Four more nights to go. Time is now 5:31. That means I just have enough time to get back into town and hit the bank, fuel up, and park the car just in time for our friend who is always on time and early to be there. And we're talking about yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Anyways, I had another fare to the airport. That's 2 in a row in the same morning. That's still Monday morning. This one was another $61. So we're up to $626 approximately. 626. My fuel bill is going to be ugly. My fuel bill is going to be in the $40 region. But there you go. Four more nights to go this week. Time is now 5:19 on a Tuesday morning. I had a busy enough night. Nothing like the Sunday night, but still, I did $380. And I stopped an hour early because I had to vacuum out the car and wash it. And now I'm heading to the bank, and then I'm going to do some interior detailing, get rid of all the dust that's on the dashboard and stuff like that. So, yeah, and I'm pretty tired. I was rather busy. And so many times it was one trip right after another, and often it was having to go quite a distance to get the next one. And it's just a lot of stress, and just a lot more than it needs to be. And that's only because we don't have enough drivers to cover the city properly. I know I've said it many times, and I'll probably say it several more times. We are short-staffed. So I don't mind quitting early because they put me through the ringer. I think I've probably mentioned this already, that I get so tense sometimes that it hurts. My shoulder, my neck, all tense, all tense. Yeah. So what else is there? Nothing much. It's just been a big grind is what it's been. That's what it's been. A big grind. Three more nights to go this week. Counting down to the weekend already. It was hectic and stupid before midnight on this Tuesday night that just went by. No. I don't want to do that. I have to get the car in on time for Mr. Punctual. Time is now 5:28. He wants his car at 6 sharp. Fucking twat. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is go to the bank, make my wee deposit, and I'm going to go to the gas station and fuel up, and I'm gonna go park it. I'm not going downtown. They want to send me downtown? Forget it. So I just counted the money. I'd made a little over 300, which is okay, I guess. It was hectic and stupid and busy before midnight, I think. Yeah. And mostly short trips. Mostly shorter trips. That's why it's only a little over 300. Because I did 23 trips. 23 trips. And in the morning hours, after midnight, that is, I would do maybe 2 trips an hour, if that much. On average, yeah, 1 or 2 trips an hour. And they were not longer trips, and I kept falling asleep between them. I tried to watch stuff on my phone, but every time I'd start watching something, I fell asleep. Must have needed the rest. Anyway, I made some money, I got some rest, I watched some video. I'm gonna go home and watch some more. And wind down and probably fall asleep at my desk in my armchair. And then wake up at 3 in the afternoon, an hour before my alarm is scheduled to wake me up. That's what happened yesterday. So yeah, I'm done for the night. I'm done. Oh, I'm still tired. What else is there to talk about? Not much else except my being exhausted. It was rainy. It was rainy all night. The rain takes all the wind out of my sails, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't have much else to talk about right now. Just 2 more nights to go this week. I'm at the ferry terminal. It says arrivals and departures. I just dropped off a customer who had dropped off a U-Haul truck at the U-Haul place. So I picked him up there and brought him out here to the ferries so that he can go back to a place called Galiano Island. Now, I'm only working with one headlight. No, actually I have the high beams on. That's good. And I have this thing on steady, so I hope the steadying works really well. And I hope that the autofocus works well as well. It was another one of those nights where I was super busy before midnight. I was busy before midnight, and then of course in the morning hours it slowed down. Slowed down to the point where I was getting about 1 trip an hour, and every time I didn't have a trip I would fall asleep. Except for this last one. I just dropped somebody off, took him home from work, and after dropping him off I got sent to the U-Haul place immediately and got this guy out here. His fare was $64.90. But you know what? He gave me $90 on an American Express card. I got a total of $420 for the night. And that includes another good trip that I had where it was $45 on the $44.90 actually on the meter, and the guy ended up giving me 60 bonus. So I had some good tips. And this one here, I did nod off a couple times on the way out here. I do not get enough sleep. And when we got there, he quickly got out of the car and said, I just have to get my wallet. And he went to the back of the car, and I heard him coughing. He said, "Oh, sorry, I just get car sick." This is one of the few instances of me seeing an adult get car sick. He says, "I'm fine if I'm driving, but if I'm a passenger, I get car sick." He said, "Ever since I was a kid." I thought, yeah, you know, kids get that when they get car sick, but Adults, it's rare. It's pretty rare. Anyway, that was the Wednesday night. I'm glad it's over. I'll have to go wash the car, detail the interior, because our Mr. Punctual doesn't do that. He may wash the exterior, but he never shakes up the mats. He never cleans up inside the car. So, gotta give it back to the owner clean, because that's how he gave it to me. Yeah, one more night to go this week. Can't wait for it to be over. Okay, the time is now 4:33 a.m. I just dropped off at the airport. It was a pleasant trip. I was chatting with some guy who does IT, computers. He talked awful fast. And I guess that's a occupational hazard. And he's just going to visit his parents for a little vacation. And it cost, well, it was $51.60 on the meter to come out here to the airport. And he gave me $80. I must have done something right. So now I'm at the point where I probably have almost definitely over $300 on. And whatever it is, whatever the amount is, it's good enough for me. I have not counted it yet. The time is 4:35, by the way. So I can still get into town and still maybe get another trip or two. And I just realized that the camera on this phone has a super steady setting. So this is supposed to make the camera steady, and hopefully it will hold the focus. And it appears to be doing that for something in the distance. It's only as the street lights get closer do they get blurry. In the greater distance, they are sharp points. Where was I getting at? Oh yeah, it's the end of my week. I have an hour and a little under an hour and a half to go till the end of my shift. I could go longer, but I don't want to. Yesterday I didn't get as much sleep as I would have wanted because the phone company, TELUS, was installing fiber optic cables in the building where I live. And they were drilling holes in walls and stuff. But I don't need fiber optic. I'm fine with coaxial. My internet provider and my phone provider is the same company, and they do great. They do great. Why should I go back to the old phone company that ripped me off back in the day? Yeah. Anyways, I doubt that anything more interesting is going to happen unless I get another trip to the airport like I did on Monday morning. other than that, I hope yours is better than mine.